Hey guys, Lucille here from Clipartistry Heaven. Today I am picking up from my creative tool app library, which I created last year, and it's a free tool and it's basically a centralized document that holds all the apps that Canva offers, old ones, new ones that I spot that's been added over time, and I just, for to help me in my designing process, I've just centralized all the apps and I have shared the document with my community. So I will drop the link for you in the description. You can sign up for it. It's free. There's no cost. It's a live document, so it's not a downloadable document. It's live because as I'm doing these videos, I update the sheet with the latest link. And if you download a copy, you won't get the updated version. So it's best just to save the link, and as I notify you of new updates, you go to watch the video and then just drop me some questions, follow-up questions on the tutorial. So without any further delay, let's go over to the sheet and we will visit the app or the feature in Canva that I will be going over today. So if you know anything about me, you know that I love creating clip art. I use 5 different AI software systems such as Midjourney, Kittl, Ideogram. I use DALL-E as well, and of late I have signed up for Artistly, which is a software that I'm really enjoying, and I would encourage you guys to check it out as well. So because I use Clipart, because I design clip art and sell clip art on Etsy, it's a big part of my digital product business. Transparency in clip art is non-negotiable, especially if you are someone purchasing the art or the design. You want the design to be clear, transparent, right? So I'm just going to go over today how to do that in Canva. There are other softwares that you can use. For example, if you use Kittl, Kittl's got their own soft background remover feature built in. So does Canva. I don't think Ideogram has it, but there are also paid and free tools available online that you can grab and then start basically removing the backgrounds. Because with clip art or any sublimation designs, you can't really get away around that one. It needs to be transparent. So this bundle, just FYI, this little consistent bundle, I made a video which is also very important to those creating clip art, is to master the art of creating consistent bundles. The video is up on YouTube. If you just go to videos, you'll see the latest one, and these are the designs that I made the tutorial on. Okay, so just to show you, Kittl's got it here, Canva's got it built in. If you're using a software that doesn't offer it, you can get some free ones on the internet. Okay, so let's go to Canva. Okay, and we will start in a new design. Okay, let's just go. There we go. We'll just start a new design. My clip art I create for Etsy, 2000 by 2000. So that's sort of my stock standard custom size that I go to. And we now need fresh clip art, right? Sorry. Let's go to Midjourney. Yeah, there. And then I'm just going to use AI Prompt Heaven, which is a monthly membership that I have built available to all those who are new to AI image generation, who don't know where to start, who find the prompt building process a bit overwhelming, and who would rather, get some help as they're starting out with. When I started a couple of years ago, it's not a area where, it's long existing. You could ask anybody. Nobody knew when AI hit mainstream end of 2022. Nobody knew what was going on. Since 2022, it's just been like updates and new product launches, etc. So it was a very lonely process, very frustrating because you're prompting and you're not getting what you wanted. So I took all of my experience and I've put it into this monthly membership, which is called AI Prompt Heaven. It's $9 a month, and you then have access to a lot of the prompts that I've used in my Etsy store, which is currently bringing me daily sales. So just in terms of what it looks like, you get the image on the right, the prompt on the left, the technical details, the title I would use in my product listing. And since the launch, I've also updated with tags tags that I go research with products like eRank or Allura or Inside Factory. So by the time you see this prompt or you log in and you've got all this information, it's well researched stuff. So a whole part of the entire process has been done for you. Whereas you would have to figure the prompt out, figure out if it's in demand, figure out what the tags I should use, the title, etc. When you get to the prompt, a whole part of the process has already been done. That's gold as a new AI designer, and nothing stops you from learning that processes on your own. I would highly encourage it. But as you start out, a big part of my learning curve was having to figure all these things out on my own. I paid no one to be part of the membership to learn this. I figured it out on my own. I created a Facebook group primarily because the journey could be so lonely, and I didn't want other people to be so isolated. So I've got a Facebook group. We are growing. Every day we're getting new members. So if that's something that speaks to you, please follow, join the group, and also you are welcome to reach out to me there. So I'm just going to use AI Prompt Heaven for a prompt, because now I don't want to think of something to design. So I'll just go let's see what's here. I want something with a heavy background that I would probably have to see if they're also cleaned up, also nicely cleaned up. So it's not very background heavy. Let's try this one. Because of this, let's see if it's going to take some of the, I just want to demonstrate the background, or the splashes, to see if it will take it away. So this one was created in Midjourney. Even though you see Midjourney there, you are welcome to use them in any other software of choice. So we are in Kittl now, so I will say watercolor, generate, and then I'll also go to Midjourney, copy it in there. $225 instead of 2025. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, Midjourney is not the best with text, unfortunately. I am very biased towards Midjourney because it's the software that I learned myself on first, that I got to know, get familiar with. So it's the first. So it's the first software that I will. Is my text wrong? No, my text is right. So why is it doing this? But Midjourney is not. If you don't lean on Midjourney for text, they have never been able to do it. This is the power of Kittl. Let's just get a canvas for this one, and then we'll download this. So now I'm not going to remove the background here. I'm actually going to try and do, let's see if we can do back. So let's try something. So we will export this one into PNG, and then let's do that. Let's see what Dreamlab came up with. Okay, so we can take this straight to the edit. So as you can see here, yeah, I'm just going to do it for demonstration purposes. You could probably reprompt and get it better and tweak the prompt if necessary, but let's do that. And then let's go to our Etsy size, custom size over here, and upload. very easily, you go to, so before you export, you do your cleanup. What I like to do with transparent images, obviously very important, I just use any background. So now it's telling me that there's a whole background here, situation going on here, right? For some reason, the pink didn't pull through, or maybe I did something wrong here. Maybe it's just downloading this and not downloading the whole thing if I do it this way. Let me just try another way. This is board number 35. So I don't want all, I just want 35, which is on top actually. So let's just do this. No. Oh, no, sorry. 35 is at the bottom. Someone can't count. And then I actually don't need it to be like 300 dpi. So let's just say make it 200, right? I don't want to remove the background, so we're not going to do that. And then I'm going to export artboard number 35 only. So I'll try and import that again. Anyway, so this is what it is. Now I can test to see the background, the effect of the background removal, because I've put a color at the back. If it's white on white, you can't really see it. Okay, so you click on the image, simply click background removal, background remover, and now it's removed the background. So that's how you can test to see that it's actually removed the background, right? But you're not done yet. So when you export in Canva, you're going to download, right? You can only get true background removal transparency in the PNG format. So a lot of people try with JPEG to save like space, but JPEG does not allow you to remove the background. PNG is a higher quality in terms of a format for sublimation. And if you know anything about sublimation designs, and for those who press onto material, porcelain, glass, etc., you need it to be 300 dpi at a minimum to be able to have a good quality end product. So JPEG will never give you that. What I use JPEG for is for junk journals, for example, for elements that I use perhaps on my website, like an image. For my social media, to save space on my local drives, I will use JPEG for digital items. So if I want to share something digitally, I would JPEG it. The moment you are using it for a physical product, you're going to print it on something, right, like a physical material, you're going to have to go PNG all the way to the top in terms of maximum quality, and then you need to press or click the transparent background. If you don't click that, even though you've done background remover here, right? If you, let me demonstrate. Let's not do the transparent background. So let's download. Then I want to, you don't really have to test. We can just test on one. Right? So we have not removed the background, or we've removed the background. We've not clicked transparency. You are now going to sell this. I actually like the yellow as a contrast color to the pink and this is not a bad image at all. I like the pencil here and the splashes at the back, not bad. But anyway, the point is we want it to be transparent. If you upload this to a customer, you're going to get a complaint and probably a 1-star, 2-star, not a good star, because you haven't done the process properly. So let's go back and do it again. Even though it's a PNG, click on PNG, max quality. So this is still a 300 dpi image. So well done, you got that part right. You're delivering on what your Etsy product information is saying, but you don't have the background transparent, right? Imagine someone buying this, they want to put it on a tumbler and they've got this whole yellow background that they now need to go spend time on. You don't want that. So let's do it again. Okay, PNG, yes, that's the one that we want. High quality, and then now we want to transparent the background because it's important for the purpose of what we are doing it for. So you've got that PNG transparent, and then download. So regardless of what the color is at the back, if you do it this way, where you've set your settings correctly, you can then sell this product on Etsy in the way that the client will appreciate and they could actually then use it, right? So 300 dpi and totally transparent. That's what they want. So as an Etsy seller, and because I'm getting this question a lot, I thought I'll just make a quick video on this topic. And just some people do this, right? They remove it, then they go yeah and they do JPEG and they can't understand. They just haven't figured it out. So this is for everybody. I know it's a very simple and elementary step in the process, but not all of us are on the same level. Not all of us know everything, and that's exactly what my community is all about. It doesn't matter who you are, what your background is, where you are in your journey. We all started somewhere. Nobody just knew everything. I'm learning every day. So this is especially for those who are new and just need the missing puzzles in part of their processes. I hope this video has helped you. This was the Kittl image. This was the Dreamlab image. We've removed the background. Same thing. And also, it doesn't matter about this color. Like, it doesn't matter I just choose a background color so that I can easily spot whether it is a transparent design or not. Okay. So same thing last time. You click on download, PNG, max the quality, transparent background, and then you just download your image, and that's it. So just before you go, if you do need help with prompts, if you do feel that AI Prompt Heaven can help you, the link will be in the description. I have done quite a bit of updates. If you look here, this is like beginning of January. I've evolved since then, so I'm very happy to be able to share that. We don't just have 3 bundles under Clipart. We've got all these subcategories, and then I know that a lot of my members in the community are Artistly users. So I have created a main module just on Artistly. I've only started with Artistly last week, so there's not much happening. I have designed a whole bunch of products last week, which I will now include in the vault. So it's just a matter of me bringing the prompts over for you. So if you look at, these, this I did with Artistly last week. All these prompts will go into the vault. So I'm very happy with Artistly. I'm also very new, so I'm still figuring my way out. But just to show you, that's what I played with last week. I will update those prompts in the vault. There's quite a bit. This was Midjourney. This was Midjourney. So let me just see. I don't know, for some reason, I don't get the latest. These I did yesterday. These are all Kittl. I've created this with Kittl. This was all yesterday. This is one of my top best sellers. As you can see, there's 19 in people. So, and I did that last year. Imagine coming into it now, being a graduation season or the year. If I didn't list this item last year, use the time to gain traction with the algorithm, you can't compete. So it's very important to plan your designs out ahead. This was what was this? This was Midjourney. I'm so sorry, I can't remember. Oh gosh, now I have to go look. Let's go see. Sorry, I'm way off topic. Personal designs. Let's see. I think it was Midjourney. All these prompts, this I played with last week, still fairly new, but these prompts will all go into the vault. Okay, so I used Artistly for this bundle, and that's what it looks like. So okay, I think I have covered on the topic in terms of transparency. If you have any questions, drop it for me in the comments. I will come back to you. Join our Facebook group. As of this weekend, I ran a poll in the group, and you guys spoke and I'm answering. So these are 111 people voted. I am going to, as of the Saturday, I'm starting with this one. So if you are not in the Facebook group, it will only be in the Facebook group, the live. Join so that you can be part of the discussion, open Q&A during the session. So I'm planning to set up all these webinars over the next couple of weeks based on the ranking and how people voted. So I'm starting with this one because it's the top one, and then I'm going over to how to list and sell. One of the most questions I'm getting is, how do you list on Etsy? I've got 3 ways that I list on Etsy. I'll show you all 3 ways. Canva hacks would be the third one. Product mockups for wall art and stickers. I'll show you how to do that, etc. So again, if you're watching this on YouTube and you're not in the group, get into the group, because That's where a lot of the community work is happening. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one.